What's up, y'all? Hey, I want to make a quick video for y'all real quick. Another McDonald's chronicle. I was watching a video by one of my homeboys, and he was talking about how they had broke into it was a robbery attempt at the McDonald's he used to work at, and it just reminded me of a situation we had at the McDonald's I worked at. He worked at the Pikesville McDonald's on Ricestown and Slade. I worked at McDonald's Liberty on Liberty and Roland, and actually both of those McDonald's were owned by the same guy. He had our McDonald's, Pikesville, Randallstown, the Westview McDonald's, and one down in Rivera Beach. But this episode is gonna be called Law and Order Special McDonald's Unit. So what happened was, this had to be in the summertime because I was working morning shift. At that time, I was in college at that time, and I was going to school in the semester. I would go to school during the day and work at night. But in the summertime, when we was out, I used to work morning shift at McDonald's, and I was working morning shift at this time. So this had to be in the summertime. We came into work, and the store had been robbed, and the police were there. They doing their research, and they doing their investigation and whatever. And there were just some funny things about it, just from off the top. Just me. I'm not a police, so just me looking, I'm like, hold up, this don't seem right. The first thing that didn't seem right was all the broken glass was on the outside of the building. It was on the side where the side doors at, was where the broken glass had, where you would think that they broke in, but all the glass was on the outside, which means that glass was broken from the inside and bust the glass to the outside of the building. So that was the first funny thing. There was no broken glass in the building. So it's like, to me, first of all, it looked like somebody broke out of this McDonald's, not broke into the McDonald's. That was the first thing that caught my eye. Then, as they're all talking, I hear them talking to the manager, and the police and stuff is in there. The alarm wasn't tripped. I used to close at night back when I used to work at McDonald's sometimes. And I know we turned the alarm on every night. The alarm wasn't tripped. That's a head scratcher. So now you don't have no broken glass in the building. All the broken glass is on the outside. 2, the alarm wasn't tripped. 3, the safe wasn't jimmied open or broken open or anything. Whoever went into that safe knew the combination to the safe. It wasn't damaged at all, but it was left open and empty. So all of these things put together, just that alone tells us this is an inside job. Whoever robbed this place, they clearly didn't watch no episodes of Law and Order. They didn't watch no, crime series, no, forensic files. They didn't watch nothing. They learned how to rob people watching Looney Tunes. They learned how to rob people the way Wile E. Coyote used to do it. The Acme starter kit for armed robbery. So they knew off the bat this was an inside job. So it went from not necessarily trying to figure out or canvass the area, try to get some DNA, trying to find out who robbed this place. They know it was one of these managers in here that did this. And it only took like maybe a couple days, maybe, before they found out. And the crazy part about it was, I would have never suspected this person. Because we had, at that time, we had a manager that if y'all remember the old McDonald's on Park Heights, the one that was on the corner of Park Heights and Haywood, I think it was Haywood, right there by the racetrack. Used to be a McDonald's right there. I think it's a storage unit, a storage facility or something like that right now. But it used to be a McDonald's right there back in those days. And we got one of their old managers. When they closed that McDonald's down, tore it down, we got one of the managers that used to work there. And she was straight like hood, you know. Everybody thought she was the one that did it. It was like a no-brainer, you know, because she had a nasty attitude. A lot of drama came to that store once she started working there. We all just knew it was her. And you could tell that she thought that we all thought it was her, because she was playing right into it. Y'all, I know y'all think it was me, and I ain't doing it. Everybody looking at her like, you sure? Let me see your pockets. But it turned out it was not her. The one who it was, this woman, young lady, was she might have been the nicest assistant managers that we had. You would have never thought it was her. Never thought it was her. It would be more believable that I did it than her. Couldn't believe it. Turned out her and her boyfriend robbed that store. And she was she might have been the coolest assistant managers we had. We had a store manager and we had like 4 assistant managers. She was the coolest one. You would have never suspected her of being the one. But it turned out it was her. And the crazy part about it was they came and arrested her at work. They didn't even go to her house or nothing. They came in there doing working hours. The police came in there, arrested her while she was there working, handcuffed her, and took her up out of there while we were in there working. We could not believe it. She was just crying, and they took her up out of there. I couldn't believe it. It was, even to this day, just thinking about it, it's still unbelievable that she was the one. You would have never suspected. You would have thought she was like a Sunday school teacher or something. Like she didn't cuss, she didn't do nothing. She was the nicest, and she looked good, cute, looked good. You know, we was all kind of liking on her. I mean, this is back. You're talking back in the late 90s, so I'm like in my late teens. You know, back then, you know, I like everybody. But she was like that. And I would have never suspected that of her. Never suspected that of her. But anyway, that was the one time that somebody broke into the building and stole something. We've had plenty of tomfoolery with the managers and employees stealing money. Y'all don't know how many proms, how many prom dresses, limos, rented cars, all that got paid for, like, with stolen McDonald's money. And you had people up there that was professionals, man. I mean, the people that worked there knew how to do it better than the darn managers. We got some people, man, that took that people they took them to the hoop, man. They took them to the hoop, man. But that was, you know, that one time that we actually got broken into, where we actually she used her key to get into the building. She never even turned the alarm on. She worked that night. And when they closed, she never even turned the alarm on. They all left thinking that she turned the alarm on. All the people that closed that night. So she basically they closed the store, they left. She came back a few hours later with her boyfriend, used her key, right into the restaurant, opened the safe up, took all the money out, went around to the side of the building and broke out the building. Used her key to get in, put the combination in, got the money, and then used something to bust out the side window, and they broke out the building. Unbelievable. But that was the only time that I can remember while I was working there that type of robbery ever took place. And I was there from June of 94 to November of 98. As I left McDonald's, they started working for the state. I've been with the state ever since November 98. But that was the one time I can remember. If I remember anything else, I got plenty. I can do McDonald's stories forever. So that's a little quick. That's a little shorty for y'all today. McDonald's, Law and Order Special McDonald's Unit. The time when we got robbed, it was an inside job. That's it for now. I'll holler at y'all later.